the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. DeeDees Reactions, videos and live DeeDees Reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDees Reactions. Keep it real, keep it DeeDees Reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDees Reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDees Reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. DeeDees Reactions, videos and live DeeDees Reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDees Reactions. Keep it real, keep it DeeDees Reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDees Reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDees Reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Hey, ooh. What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Dee. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. Listen, happy Friday. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is enjoying their Friday. I hope you guys are good. All right. So shout out to everybody watching, everybody in the building. I hope you guys are well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button as you come into the building. Make sure you hit the like button as you come into the building. That is super, super important. Also, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. If the audio is good, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me perfectly fine. I want to make sure that the audio is good as we get into this live stream, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all too long today, but make sure you guys are supporting the channel in any way you can. Support the channel by supporting Super Chat via Super Chat, Cash App, or even just hitting the like button, y'all. And also subscribing to the channel as well. So that definitely supports. So make sure you are doing that, y'all. As you come into the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right. So happy Friday. What's going on? I hope y'all are doing well. Listen, we're going to get into this video, y'all. Listen, this whole, I'm not even going to call this beef or whatever, but listen, O'Shea, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. O'Shea does not let up. O'Shea does not sleep, okay? O'Shea does not sleep. I think he records in his sleep. I'm just saying. So I want to react to this video of O'Shea. This is the title of his video. Kwame Brown finally gives Anton Daniels what he deserves. So I'm plus more. I want to talk about some other things as well, but I want to address this because I thought it was interesting. Kwame Brown has been in this space for quite some time now. I remember covering his videos when he had beefs with other people, child. It was hilarious. And I used to cover that. And that's how I, became accustomed to Kwame Brown, bus life. I remember supporting, I bought one of his mugs and everything. So shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame, we had some beefs with this guy, that light-skinned guy. I don't know his name. He used to wear all the chains. That was hilarious to me. And then, he used to go, they went back and forth for some time, and I used to cover those videos as well. So shout out to Kwame Brown and everybody else in the building, y'all. And O'Shea, shout out to O'Shea, because like I said, O'Shea don't sleep. O'Shea is always working. But shout out to those brothers. So I want to get into this particular video that O'Shea posted. Listen, as you come into the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, y'all. That helps the channel out. If you want to support, hit the like button. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play or react to what Oshie had to say in this particular video, and it involves Anton Daniels. I want to get y'all thoughts, so make sure you chime in the chat. I want to hear what y'all got to say. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the video, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Because you just an immature little weasel.
Hold on, let me start. Let me start it from the beginning. Oh my God, hold on.
Because you just an immature little weasel. You're finally a guy who got some money, and you acting like new money. You ain't had 10 years worth of money, 20 years worth of money. I can tell.
Now, let me pause it real quick before O'Shea starts. Now, this is Kwame Brown responding to Anton Daniels, because Kwame Brown was reacting to the whole situation with Anton and Corey Holcomb. And then somebody told, from what I've seen, somebody told Anton that Kwame was talking about him, right? And so Anton responded by saying Kwame used to be on his, on his jock, basically. And he thought they was cool. And why is he, basically he's better than them. He shouldn't be speaking on it, whatever. And then Kwame Brown responded, which Kwame, I saw his video. He didn't say anything bad. He just was reacting to giving his opinion like everybody else. And then this is kind of what stemmed the back and forth. So let's continue.
Beefs here in Black YouTube in January is getting out of control. It was Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Now it's Corey Holcomb and Christina Payne, the female that he slapped. And now it's Anton Daniels and Kwame Brown. And this is interesting because Anton Daniels and Kwame Brown were quite cordial. They were even going to do a podcast together. But Kwame Brown basically was, peeping out Anton Daniels in this whole situation, just like, the most of us. And we're just giving an honest assessment as to what is happening. But then
Kwame Brown used to be on my... It's the honest to God truth. Hey, man, I like what you're talking about, bro. I like it. Used to be all on my... all the time. All the time. Used to be on my... all on my... I'm keeping it 100.
And then Anton Daniels.
Wait, let me say this real quick, y'all. Just because somebody agrees with you some of the time, it doesn't mean that they have to agree with you all of the time. He said he was on his, balls, basically. And because he was saying he liked what he was doing, so he liked some of his content, but some things he didn't agree with. The more he started listening, he didn't agree with certain things. This is what I keep referencing. Why is that people think that you have to be like a stan is what they would call it. A stan is on your side no matter what you say, no matter what you do. Like you could be dead wrong, but you gonna stand. It's not a fan, it's a stand, because you're gonna stand with that person no matter what they say, no matter what they do. It could be horrible behavior, but you still gonna stand with them because you that invested. That's what I call a stand. A person who will stand with you no matter what you say, no matter how you move, no matter how reckless it is. It could be good. We all are a combination of good and bad. There are certain things we do that may be good, certain things that may not be so good. Certain people may agree with certain talking points. Some they may not agree. I have people, y'all tell me all the time, nah, D, I don't agree with that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me hear what you got to say. People done put in my comments a lot of times, nah, I don't agree. I agree with most of what you say, but I don't agree with this. Okay, that's respectable. I can't get mad because you don't agree with everything that I say. That would be... I don't really like people like that, to be honest. I don't really like people who hang on I don't need you to hang on my every word, even though I'm wrong. Whether you think I'm wrong, because it's an opinion. Everything may not be factual. It's just my opinion. So why would you hang on to somebody's every word? I find that to be, I don't know. I think that's whack. I think it's whack because you like that's equivalent to a simp to me. I'm just saying. Because I don't expect people to agree with whatever, but just you don't have to get mad in your feelings. You could disagree respectfully. Respectfully, I disagree. And keep it moving, baby. especially with people I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it's my husband, we gonna have the conversation. We gonna talk it out till we get to the bottom of it, and then we gonna love each other and move on. But for strangers, it's like, no, I'm not that invested. Goddamn it, I don't know you personally. So why would I be hanging on to your every goddamn word for what? I don't know you like that. If I could hear certain things that you say, and I can agree with it, and you might say something that I don't agree with, and I'm gonna say I don't agree with it. It doesn't mean I'm a hater, but I think it's very immature for people to start saying, oh, you're a hater because you don't agree with every goddamn thing somebody say. That sounds like a follower or a tether or a goddamn stand. Nah, I don't respect that. So people could agree with some of what you say, and they could disagree with some. I mean, you ain't paying them. Hell, I could see if you was paying somebody. You know, people do that. You know, and I've been in the advertisement world when I was doing beauty brands. I've done brands for CoverGirl and stuff like that, where they paid me to review their products. But even then, I let it be known, hey, I'm gonna give my honest review on the product, which they said they wanted honest reviews on the product, and they paid me to give a review. But there are people who are getting paid to lie about stuff, you know, and I don't think that that's I don't think you should do that, but people do it but there's an incentive for them to do it. They're getting paid. What's the incentive for me to hang on your every word? Are you paying me a lot of money to do that? I can understand people getting paid and wanting to do it. But other than that, if I don't know you personally, even if I know you personally, I'm still not going to hang on your every word. I'm still going to hold you accountable. And it's not even holding a person accountable. It's just basically giving my opinion of what I think. Especially, you know, if you ask me. So, you know, I think it's just an opinion. I don't have to agree with every goddamn thing you said. It doesn't make me a hater, and it doesn't make me against you. It just means I agree with some things I don't. But let's continue. That's just me. Let's continue.
Daniels will continue.
He caught a wave, and that's how he was able to build up his platform to get to whatever his subscribers is. But Kwame Brown hit a ceiling. Because what we all realized was that Kwame Brown wasn't as good as the wave that he was riding. So now, what is he doing? He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out the content side. He's trying to do all of this. He's trying to do all of that. And I respect it. I respect the game. That's the name of the game. He's not able to grow his platform based off of his own analysis, based off of his own content. And so, you know, he do these dusty ass live streams where it's just him off camera. Yeah, because you know me. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So Kwame get the stimmy pack like everybody else. But you know what's embarrassing is because Kwame is supposed to be better than the dusty he's spending all of his time hanging around.
Now, this is very interesting because Anton Daniels is going in, and Kwame Brown had made a video basically in which he responded to Anton Daniels' criticism.
That I'm on camera, I don't have to play tough. I'm not you. You are a fool. But if you said that I'm like a chick, but if I get upset with you, I'm a doer. I'm gonna handle it myself. You get upset with me, you got to call another grown man. What is you talking about? You got to call another man for me. And unlike you, dumbass boy, I turn my camera off because I'm not chasing clout. I don't give a about this YouTube. I don't. You telling me that I want to be a content creator? You go back and look at one of my lives where I'm talking to my brother about being a content creator, you dummy. I know you got a little fetish about sucking D and all this. I understand you like to talk to men like that, but that's not going to get me out of character. I don't got no wife. I don't got none of that. You do. And I'm going to show you why you should leave like me alone. And you should leave Corey alone too. But now you want to play tough guy. So let's play tough guy. What is it for a man to gain the world but lose his soul? You clown ass boy. You just like Charleston White was at a basketball game and some other dudes walked up to you asking you about me. Do you know that no dude in their right mind would come up to me and ask me about you? No dude in their right mind would come up to me and ask me about you.
Now, see this video in which you hear Kwame Brown criticizing Anton Daniels was actually taken down from YouTube. Somebody sent me the clip, and once they sent me the clip, I was not able to download it. I believe, shout out to the brother Self Talk, he actually downloaded it before it was taken down. And the name of the video was called Kwame Brown React to Anton Daniels Tearing His Draws. And as you can see here on the screen, when you try to look at that video, it says this video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms and conditions. But then Kwame Brown would make another video, and this new video would be on his live stream channel called Kwame Brown is Live. I'm just here so I don't get flagged. And so listen what he has to say.
You can flag me off Twitch. I don't care, because I'm going to take you to Twitch today. I'm going to take you to Twitch. I may not even take you to Patreon, because you seem like the weasel that your plan is to flag people. Your plan is to use your position. You can flag my Twitch all day. I don't care. I don't. And when you invite a male, a heterosexual male to your, I'll bring up your mama if I have to, because I haven't disrespected you like that. The only thing I said was a fair assessment. I said, you shouldn't have been microaggressing a man, and you should have used your intelligence and control the room. You didn't. You didn't use any intelligence that you claim to have, C-student. You said that a man was a Neanderthal. I expect better from you. I expect the non-Neanderthal to act like he's not a Neanderthal. I don't expect the non-Neanderthal to say, let's go outside. We can fight right now.
Here you
Yeah, now in my opinion, he made a really good point. I mean, if you're better, and I'm just saying based off of what was said, if you're better than the rest, then you got to be held to that standard, right? You got to be held to a higher standard in every regard. If you're better, then you're supposed to, people look at you to take the moral high ground. But you can't say you're better and then you respond equally to the person that you're saying is beneath you. So that's a good point, and this is, and that's just how people think. That's just how it go, and this is why I always say, listen, everybody on the same playing field. I particularly don't like when people do that, honestly. And I've said that before. I hate when people have this moral high ground where they think that they're better than somebody else and literally tell you, I could have a disagreement with you. I could agree with you. We all come from different walks of life and have different experiences. Some have way more money than others. Some people are doing way better in life than others. Some people are not, but I still don't look at, even if I have more than somebody else, I'm not looking down on those people. I don't feel like I'm better than everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're successful in your own right, you should be able to live in that. You should be able to live in your success, and your value and your worth, and you're content with where you are. If not, you're moving in the direction that you want to be. That's not something you should have to brag and blast all over the place, in my opinion. I just think that when people do that, and I could be wrong, but this is just my thoughts on it. If I personally feel that when people do that, they're trying to prove something. You don't feel very confident in who you are and what you've accomplished, because you have to keep telling it, and you have to keep boasting about it, and you have to keep letting people know that a lot of people who are super rich and super successful, and you would never know about it because they don't have to prove anything to you. They let the naysayers naysay. They're going to naysay all they want. They're going to talk about you regardless, and I noticed this too. I used to be worried about what people had to say until I got older. And then I realized, who gives a shit? As long as my family is intact and we're living our lives the way we choose to live them, and we're healthy and we have what we want, and we are achieving what we want in life, who gives a shit about what anybody else thinks? Because at the end of the day, you got to live your life and they're going to live theirs. To me, when people have to boast and always let people know what it is, I got money, and I got this, and I'm better than you, and I feel like that's a low-key insecurity. I just do. And I've been thought this, it didn't take social media for me to think this way. I've always thought like that. I always thought, like, even younger, when I would see Shell, women and men who did this, who would boast about what they got. I got this and I tried this and look what you got. And always putting other people down and boasting themselves up, you know, talking about what they have and what they've accomplished, and everybody else is beneath me, and you niggas ain't this and you it isn't, and you ain't got this because I got this and all that. That to me is low-key an insecurity. There could be people who has a whole lot and they move in a discreet way, in a way to where they know what they got. They know how successful they are, and they don't need to boast about it. They just move in their life the way they move. And if you see it, you see it. They don't, what is does not have to be said all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, that's a way y'all say that. How, I don't know how that saying go. I forgot, but y'all know what I'm saying. Whatever it is, it doesn't have, people will see how you move. People will see if you drive a nice car, people will see that. People will see what you drive. You don't have to, I drive this and I got this and I got that. To me, I think that's I don't know. It's just a turnoff to me when people do that. You know, now I've seen lots of people who do that. It's always like, oh God. And I always thought that these types of people are making up for some other type of insecurities that they have, because it's like that's the only thing that they can leverage. The fact that I got money, I drive this kind of car. And there are some of us who really don't give a shit. Like I've never been a materialistic type of person to where I care about your kind of car you drive, and I care about who you are as a person. Like I don't care about the kind of car you drive and how much money you got and all that. If y'all been following me, I've been saying this for the longest, because that's just truly how I think. I don't care. I care about who you are as a person. What's the conversation like? You know, are you a good person? Are you cool to be around? Can we have fun? Can we laugh? Can we joke about things and we just have a good time? If you have money and all of that, okay, that's an added bonus. But if you working on things and if you're productive in your life and you're moving forward, all of that counts to me. But to me, when you gotta brag about what you got all the time, it's like, ooh, because if you a gold digger, okay, yeah, she gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can finesse this nigga. But if you're not a gold digging type of chick, none of that don't matter. None of that don't matter to me. Nazi Naz, thank you so much for the super chat. Says parties involved put feelings into what's supposed to be a conversation. Ever since Corey said you kiss white people AZZ, it snowballed. Hashtag ninja moment. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, Naz and Naz 97. Thank you so much for being here. You also say ninja moments seem to be contagious. Right. Oh you ain't lying about that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. Yeah, but anyway, y'all, let's continue.
Accuses Anton Daniels of flagging his channel. Again, I don't really think that Anton Daniels is a person that does stuff like that. I'm not sure if he did or not. I know that Kwame Brown and Anton Daniels, I mean, all of us in Black YouTube have some level of enemies and some level of beef out there. I used to really have a whole bunch of enemies and a whole bunch of beef, and I don't really that much anymore, and I can tell you why I don't. I don't live stream as much, and I have noticed this. Guys who stream live all the time, when you live, man, you just be in the groove and in the moment, and you can say anything. When you have to really pre-record stuff, you typically are talking about a subject and not necessarily an individual, and you can always like stop and go and record. And when you're live, you can't do that. So if you got a beef with somebody and it come out, or you disagree with somebody, it comes out raw in real time, and people clip you and all of that. And so I don't know how many he has right now, but he does. But then he went and said this.
You're finally a guy who got some money, and you acting like new money. You ain't had 10 years worth of money, 20 years worth of money. I can tell. You acting like, because first of all, you don't chase the bag. The real people that make money, they make money in their sleep. They don't chase the bag. Warren Buffett ain't chasing no bag. Warren Buffett hit the damn computer and go to sleep. He making money right now. Why are you chasing money, Christian man? Chasing the bag? You're not supposed to be chasing no bag. bag chaser. Don't even make no sense. You like revenge of the nerds. Only thing you see, I told you, I could have been a friend, an ally. Go ask about me in Brunswick. When they was stuffing little dudes like you in lockers, I would be the one come open up the locker. That's wrong, dog.
Mm.
I would befriend you little geeks because it's like, okay, it's room for everybody. And this person ain't bad. I'm a nice guy, I really am. But I gotta switch.
Wait a minute. He said he would be stuffing little dudes like you in the locker. Oh my God. That's funny. That was funny. He would be stuffing little dudes like you in the locker. Lord have mercy. Successful MD, shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. Says great statement. I would rather be filled with great qualities and normal versus being rich, arrogant, and out of touch with reality as if I'm better. Exactly. Thank you, Successful MD, for the support. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
So in this, he accuses Anton Daniels of being new money. And basically, like I said, and I would say this too. I've went through this too. You know, you get some money, all of a sudden, you think that the world is your oyster. You know, you can mistreat people when you start having money. That's something that you do when you first start getting it. And obviously, a person like Anton Daniels, many can say that the last 5 years has been his, most successful. And he's always been a person that wanted to be opulent, and now he has that ability, and so he has that money, and he can't really handle the fame. That's been a level of my criticism too. But the situation is like this. With Anton Daniels having the beef with Corey, and then people weighing in on the beef with Corey. And
Right. Come on, y'all, please. We got about 200 and what? We got about 261 people watching, y'all. 84 likes. Go ahead and hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to hit the like button. Come on now. Adam Allen Lavelle, thank you for the super chat. Says keep it 100D. Thank you so for the super chat, Alan. I appreciate you for the support, and thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button and supporting the via super chat if you can. Also hit the like button, y'all. Please, y'all help a lot by hitting the like button. That helps to push the videos, y'all, in the algorithm. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
I've seen Anton Daniels weigh in on a whole bunch of stuff. I've seen him weigh in on people in the black community that get killed by the cops. I see him react to a whole bunch of stuff. Take a real strong position, even if it's non-caring. And so he's trying to say that Kwame Brown is fake because he was on his jock before. And now Kwame Brown has switched up, and people can switch up. But here is something that I noticed on YouTube. You can't give people a reason for why they switch up. All right. And that's one thing that if you're a content creator, you have controversial style content like Fresh and Fit or Anton Daniels or Tommy Sotomayor. You make it difficult for people to support you after a while because the things that you.
That's true. That's true. And that's why I said earlier, listen, you could support somebody, but you don't have to hang on their every word. You can agree and you can disagree. Like, I don't understand that. That's why I call it a stand. When you stand for any and everything that they say, no, you have moments that somebody might say something you like. You have moments where people say something you don't like, but it doesn't mean you're hating on them or you don't like them. It's just, no, that's called having an opinion and having your own brain and thinking for yourself, not just stand on everything somebody says and roll with it just because. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Yeah. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please, please, please hit the like button, y'all. O'Shea, what's going on, O'Shea? Hold on, let me pull. What's going on, O'Shea? How are you? Shout out to you. I'm glad you popped up. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, what's going on? How you been? When we gonna collab, O'Shea? O'Shea, I've been trying to reach out to you. O'Shea, I need a collab. Thank you, O'Shea, for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Hope all is well with you. Let's continue, y'all.
Start to say are just too outrageous, too outrageous, too outrageous. You knew you were going to go to Corey Holcomb's show. You knew there was going to be some level of combat there or problems there. So the person is polarizing. You can only do.
O'Shea, I'm going to email you. So look out for the email. And I'm going to hold you to it. What you say? Is she from New Orleans? You talk about me? Yes, I'm from New Orleans. Be blessed. Stay blessed, O'Shea. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Two things. You can gain fans or you can not gain fans. But Anton is smart enough to just keep people talking about him. He doesn't care if it's good or bad. So when people switch up on you, well, you give them a reason to switch up on you by the way that you act. And again, certain content creators are very easy to be friends with long term. Like, let's say, for example, somebody like Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Somebody like the Lead Attorney. They would never put themselves out there in a way that's negative. All right. They're not going to do anything to destroy their careers. They handle themselves very decently online, offline. They never have any trouble. And so it's easy to deal with them long term and not have any conflict with them because the Lead Attorney never puts himself in a bad situation. Pocket Watching with JT doesn't put himself in a bad situation. George Macon doesn't put himself in a bad situation. The most polarizing content creators make it very difficult for people to stay with them because a lot of their stuff is not necessarily about the content. It's about how polarizing they are. This is, very similar with, I would say, Anton Daniels, Fresh and Fit, for sure. Now, I'm also on the other side of a guy I like, Corey Holcomb. He's also extremely more polarizing than what he needs to be. So when things happen and it's like, oh shit, he did X, Y, and Z. There's a video of X, Y, and Z. It's a tough decision for people to come out, and I'm just using the example to say like, oh, okay, how can I overcome that to defend this? And this is the situation that all polarizing content creators deal with, whether we cool with them or not. I don't care if they white, black, Nick Fuentes, whoever else. If your content is about polarizing, ideation, saying something that's out of this world, as much as people would love to watch you, to defend it a lot of times or sometimes it gets too expensive for many people. And when you cross the line, like let's say when Corey Holcomb crossed the line with Anton Daniels' daughter, or when Anton Daniels was, crossed the line with so many people, it's like, okay, man, look, I see what you're doing, but hey, here you're wrong. Then what content creators do is they feel that you're supposed to be blindly, allegiant to them. Not all of them, but some of them think that. And now that you're talking about them, well, you going against me, you turning on me. Like, no, bro.
Exactly. And that's what I said earlier. That's what he said, blindly allegiant to you. Right. That way, as if you don't have a brain and you can't have a difference of opinion. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. You can't really have a difference of opinion. It's like people think that because you've agreed with them in the past, and that because I said this before too. There's a lot of things that Anton has said that I agree with. Certain things when it comes to marriage and his relationship and things he said in the past, I absolutely have been very public with agreeing with it. But then there's some things I don't quite agree with, but it doesn't make me wrong, or does it make me a hater for not seeing eye to eye on every single thing? And that's what I'm saying. That sounds like a stan, a follower, a person who doesn't have a brain, who can't think for themselves. No, I don't see that like that. And I can still, depending on what you say, I can still agree with certain things, but certain things I might be adamantly against. And it doesn't mean, oh, you're just a bad person and you know what I'm saying? No, or I'm a bad person because I have my own brain. No, I just think that that's crazy. And there's people like that who expect you to just rock with them no matter what. And no, I'm just not one of those, you know what I'm saying? And that, there are people who like that. They like, well, they want loyalty from you no matter what. They want you to always see their points. They want you to always agree with them. They want you to always see their perspectives, and you supposed to be, yes, everything you say is right. Hell no. I don't think most majority of people say everything right anyway. I think it depends on your perspectives, your viewpoints, your morality, how you think as a person, what you deem right or wrong. Everybody's not going to always agree. Honestly, it doesn't make either side right or wrong. It just means you have a different perspective in the way you see things. And that's why there's opinions, and why there are agreements and disagreements. Certain people align with certain things more than others. Others may, align or have a different point of view or different perspective, but does that make it wrong? No, it just means y'all don't see things the same, and that could have many different factors, or there could be many different reasons as to why you don't see things the same. You have your, but what the problem is that I see with this is there's always disrespect involved when people don't have the same mentality or don't see things the same. And I think that's what we need to grow from, and we need to learn from, and understand that it doesn't have to be, oh, you're wrong, I'm right. Oh, we disagree, so let's kill each other. No, it's like, no, I can't change your perspective. I can't change the way you see things and the way you think. And I'm not trying to. I'm just giving you my perspective. Maybe you could think about it, and maybe you could kind of analyze it and see where it makes sense to you or not. Or if not, you just don't see it. You just don't see it. We can agree to disagree and move on. That's it. But that's hard, especially in these spaces. And I've watched so many live streams and so many videos where this happens till it's ridiculous. People really get in their feelings when you don't agree with them. And it's like when you want to be right all the time, you want everybody to tell you you're right and make you think you're right all the time. Like, you need that validation from people who will always agree with you. And the minute you have people who oppose your views and oppose the way you think, oh, they're haters. Oh my God, this and that. Oh, they're this and they're that. No, they're this. You know, I just think that that's insane to me. Successful MD says it's always fun and games until roles are reversed. Right. Exactly. Thank you, Successful MD, once again for supporting. Successful MD also says, I always view DeeDee and Brother P as family, even if I have different opinion. I'll never disrespect the family. Hashtag do better as adults. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate that. You know, and I try to do the same in return. What I'll try to do is, thank you, Successful MD, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I try to do the same thing in return. I try to be what I try to do is understand a person's perspective. Try to listen to what you're saying and try to understand why you think the way you do and where you're coming from. That's what I try to do. Try to listen enough to understand what your perspective, even if I don't agree with it. And if I could kind of see where you're coming from, then I could get it and I could still understand. Doesn't mean I'm going to follow what you're doing. No, because if I strongly believe in what I believe in, that's the perspective I'm going to come from. But at least I have some understanding of why you think the way you think, and I can respect what you're saying. I don't have to agree, but I can respect it and understand it, and we can move on. That's it. That is it. I don't know why that's so hard to do in these spaces. And we talk about women being emotional and in their feelings and doing things off their feelings, when a lot of times, a lot of these men are doing the exact same thing. I said it before. A lot of these men are in their feelings and emotional and insecure. And I hate saying the word insecure, because you see so many women abuse that term when it comes to men. Men are all insecure and emotional. I don't believe that they are, but sometimes it is warranted. I'm just saying. Sometimes they are insecure, and you're using something to kind of negate the fact that you're insecure about something else. Like when I said about always using your money and talking about what you got, and it's almost as if it's a way to ignore shortcomings that you deal with. If you're lacking in one area, you got to prop up another area to make yourself feel good about yourself, and you need other people to constantly validate you and tell you you're so good. So when you say, I got this and I'm accomplished and I'm this, that's so other people could reverence you and say, oh, yeah. Oh, I can't say nothing bad about him. And it's for women and men. It's anybody. I can't say nothing bad about them because they make XYZ amount of money. I don't give a damn about your money. Money does not really make a person. Money just brings out the worst of who you actually are, in my opinion. That's what I think. I see people who get money, their true colors come out, and you really see how they really think, how they really feel, because they don't feel they need anybody, and they don't have to, sugarcoat anything, because they got money and they don't need you for it. You know what I mean? So I just think, to me, it's a way to you bolster what you have, because there's a lack in other areas, and you have to convince yourself, and you want other people to convince you that you're so great. And when people don't see you the way you see yourselves, or how other people have propped you up, it's a problem. Then you mad, because then it solidifies how you really think of yourself, where you really are mentally, that you're really not that dude. But as long as people are telling you are, and as long as you keep saying it, you start to believe it. And the minute somebody tell you they don't give a damn about all that and they don't see you in that way, it takes you down a notch. It's like telling modern women who always wear wigs and makeup that they're not a bad chick, that they're not a bad bee. They lose their mind and spin around like the Exorcist. Like, oh my God, I'm not a bad bee. No, take your wig off, take your makeup off, and let's see what you look like and see if you think that you're a bad bee without that. Because then that's going to determine whether you really believe that or not. So they believe it as long as they look the part, as long as they look a certain way to make them feel like that, as long as they have validation from other women telling them that, they believe it. The minute you strip them of all of that and you show them for who they really are, you see the difference in their demeanor. They don't feel that way. And then others won't back that up then. And then that is at the core of who you truly are and how you truly feel about yourself. That's equivalent to that to me. You know what I'm saying? Look, if I always say, look, I wear it all. I wear makeup, I wear wigs, weaves, all of it. I wear my natural hair. I wear no makeup. I do that as well. And I feel I'm the same person with or without it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to try to prove anything to anybody because I know, you know, how I feel about myself. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I don't need validation from strangers to feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something we all have to work on, really. And you have to work on that, you know, but don't put other people down in the midst of that. Even if you are confident about yourself, you don't have to put other people down because you feel confident. You know what I'm saying? You can have opinions, but just, I'm confident, I'm better than you. Like that sounds whack to me, for real. And y'all know I'm saying whack because it just sounds horrible. Successful MD says message equal all talks don't have to be debates. Oh my God. Thank you. Lord knows. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Absolutely right. Jesus, Lord, that part for real. Damn. Why everybody gotta, yeah, you just, but you know, this is why sometimes I don't like to go on panels because I don't want to debate. I don't like debating. I'm not a debater. Maybe when I was in school, you know, debate class would have been fun in that sense, but these don't be real debates. These just be how I can one up you and how I can, you know, who's going to argue the best and who's going to get their points across the most and who's, you know what I'm saying? Who's better and all this kind of stuff. And I don't have time for that. That is very draining. Like, and you know, it going to turn into a fight. It's going to turn into a screaming, you know, disrespectful match. So no, you can keep that. Let's continue though.
You turn it on yourself. Like some guys get new in the business and they don't think that, you know what, me saying this or me doing this may hurt my career. It may hurt the ability for people to partner with me. It may hurt my ability for people to work with me. Don't think about that. They just think that because they're popping right now and they hot right now, they got more pull than what they have. And we noticed that when Anton Daniels tried to bring Mika on to the Corey Holcomb show, and Corey just had to tell him, you don't have that pull with me. But Anton Daniels in his mind feels that he has pull and that people are going to be loyal to him no matter what he does. And like I said, and that's the situation happening there with these guys. Like, you know, you just can't do whatever the hell you want because your fan base and your echo chamber will support it. People are not always going to support it. And so as a YouTuber, as a content creator, you got to make it where people, it's not so expensive to deal with you. You can't be making bad decisions all the time, crashing out all the time, you know, and making just dumbass decisions that will lose, number one, your YouTube channel or your audience based on some foolishness. And Anton Daniels is going down that route. Unfortunately, he's going down the route where, damn, okay, I'm doing whatever the hell I want because I have money right now. And then if somebody else say something about what the hell I'm doing, then they're the problem, not me, which is complete silliness. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Jackson back at it again with another episode of.
Yeah, you know what? I definitely, like I said, I agree with what O'Shea is saying. I think he makes some valid points. I really do. And, you know, people be like, oh, you're taking sides. No, I just agree with certain things. I disagree with certain things. I agree with Anton on a lot of stuff, especially, you know, hell, I've reposted Anton several times about, you know, with some of his content because he, you know, I felt that he was telling the truth. I agree with certain people and certain things that they say. And then there's certain things I hear and I'm like, I don't know about that. But it doesn't make me feel like the person is less of who they are. Like, I don't know you. So I only got to go by your online persona. I can only go by what you put out there. I don't, you know, wake up with you and know you're in the, you know, that's my husband. I know him in and out. So, but I don't know people on these platforms and stuff. We can only go by what we see, what you say, and based off what we see, or what I see and what you say, I just have an opinion on it. And these people are popular in these spaces. So yeah, why not react to what they say? Because they have a huge following. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like they're entertaining at the same time. Hell, O'Shea is entertaining. Anton is entertaining. Hell, Kwame Brown is entertaining. Corey Holcomb, they're all entertaining. Everybody is reacting and responding to what they're saying because they're popular in this space. If it was somebody who was not popular in the space, most people won't even, entertain it. If it's not popular or if they're not entertaining, people don't even pay attention. So I will be honest to say, yeah, everybody is trying to follow, he say a bag. Everybody's trying to, monetize these situations. Let's be honest. I'm honest about it. Or if you weren't trying to monetize off of these popular people, most people wouldn't be making videos on it. People know that it's entertaining, so they are benefiting from it. They're monetizing it because you're in the space. So why not? If Anton and Corey and O'Shea, none of these were popular people with something to say, nobody wouldn't care. And we wouldn't be all on here making lives and videos back to back about it unless we were monetizing it, unless it was entertaining. So they bring a lot to the table. Let's be honest. I say all of them, because it wouldn't even be on my radar. It wouldn't be on most people's radars if they weren't popping in these spaces. So they're all doing their own thing. This is why I say all these men are successful in their own rights. And I respect all of them for what they do, what they've accomplished. Because one thing I will say, and I'll give them all their props, because it takes a lot to be a content creator. People who don't do it a lot of times don't realize the work that goes into it. And for these guys that I see all day, every day, putting in the work, that is impressive. So I kind of aspire to, I don't want to be them because I don't want to be a man. I ain't trying to be no man. It's not that. I'm just saying, by being in this space, you recognize the people who are putting in the work because you see them all the time. They all have multiple channels. They are constantly working. And that's impressive. And so they're good at what they do. That's why we're talking about them. And so, yeah, I'm honest about it. Yeah, we all talking about it because they're entertainment and they're popular and you can monetize it. Because I say this, if you take away the monetization factor of all of this, you take away the, being able to make money off it, you'll see a lot of people not post. You'll see a lot of people not talk about it because they don't see there's no benefit for them. You know what I mean? So that's why I give all of these people credit, because baby, it takes a lot to post every day, all day, do this work, live streams. That is extremely taxing in many cases, or time consuming for me, especially for me, because I have a whole family. It's not like I'm, a single woman with no kids and I could just sit in front of the screen all day, all night. No, I can't do that. I got to prioritize some things. I got to set some things up a certain way. This is why sometimes I'm filming and I'm not on camera, because I have other things to do and I find a moment to record something. So I have to maneuver my stuff because I have children and I have an 8 and 11-year-old and there's things I have to do. So I have to prioritize as a mother and a wife. And I think I do a damn good job being able to come on here and give the content that I give. And I remember one time somebody was like, "Oh my God, you don't post, you're not on it," because you don't realize they don't know. So I give people grace because some people don't know. Look, I got a whole family and this is a hobby for me. This is something that I do, that I like to do. And it gives me an outlet besides being a wife and a mother. So it's an outlet and I like doing it, but it is time consuming. So I have to maneuver a certain way to make sure that I get content out and make sure that I, try to stay consistent with it, because it's something that I do enjoy doing. Even though it could be tiresome and taxing for me, I like doing it. I like giving my perspective. I like giving my opinion. And that's really it. It's just my opinion. It's not either fiction or fact. It's just my opinion of what I think. And that's it. That's what I'm here. And if it could help someone, if I could help somebody with my opinions and what I think, that's even better, So that's my perspective on it all. Successful MD says, why not just audition for a movie on Tubi? Me? Hell no, I'm not an actress. Nah, I don't want to be on Tubi. I don't want to be an actress. I don't want to do that. No. I mean, it might be fun, but nah, that's time consuming too. You think this time consuming, that's time because you got to be away from your family. No, I'm a family woman. I like to be with my kids and at home. I don't really care to do all that stuff, y'all. Thank you, Successful MD though. But that might be a cool experience though. Right? Might really be a cool experience. Y'all are funny. Oh, okay. Okay, Successful MD. I see what you're saying. Y'all crazy. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button, y'all. We got 100. The likes went up a little bit. 289 watch, 295 watching. We got 195 likes. Somebody didn't hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. So that was my take on O'Shea's video. Shout out to O'Shea. I'm pretty sure y'all already are supporting his channel. If you haven't already, go over, support and subscribe and all that good stuff. Hit the like button, y'all. So I want to move on. I have another clip that I want to share with you guys. And in this particular video, women are admitting to defeat as men are walking away. So in this particular clip, we're going to be showcasing women talking about basically men walking away and just talking about basically how they're not really having a great experience when it comes to dating and men. And we know that this is something that is happening. And these women are basically admitting that. And I think it's interesting to share this because once again, everything is not always sunshine and roses when it comes to relationships and dating. And a lot of women try to make you think that being out here by themselves, being single and being single mothers is so great and they don't need a man. But then at the same time, they're coming out talking about how it is difficult and why and showing you and telling you how they're having difficulties when dating men and creating relationships with men. So I thought this was interesting. I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you guys. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get into this particular video. Here we go.
Us. Yep, they tricked us. They had Black women thinking that we need to keep up with men, that we gotta be bosses and be independent women. They tricked us. I just came from working every day, my own business. I opened and I closed there. I had no time for my family. I had no time for my husband. I had no time because I was tired. I had no time for my kids. I had other people getting them off the bus and not knowing what's going on with my older son. They tricked us, y'all. Other groups of women, not all of them, in different areas, they're at home with their kids. All of that independent, you know that independent song by Lil Boosie? Mm-hmm. You know that single lady song by Beyonce? They tricked us, y'all. They tricked us. They tricked us. Beyonce isn't single anyway.
But listen, and let me just chime in to say this. You know, if anybody tricked you, yeah, they tricked you. It was your mothers and your grandmothers. It's the women in your lives who tricked you and told you you didn't need a man. Go take care of yourself, get your own money, take care of yourself. Don't depend on a man and all of the things. Go have your fun in your 20s and then, and all of that. Go get your education. They're the ones who tricked you. Let's be specific. It's the women in your lives who tricked you and told you you didn't need a man. Even though they had a man, till the man died. They were married until their husbands died, until they became widows. But they told you don't do that and made you think that was so horrible. They made you think that they were so miserable, but they stayed married to the man. Now we have women who don't think marriage is the end all be all, and all they keep saying is marriages don't last, and this, it ain't this and it ain't that. So you rather just be a baby mama sleeping with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Pookie, and Ray, Tom and Jerry.
Oh my God.
So you rather be a 304 on the clapping cheeks all day with God knows who, and that's gonna make you feel better. So don't get married. Don't try to build a family with one man. You're gonna just go out and hold yourself out with all kind of men and create babies along the way and create broken homes. And that's supposed to be better. Make that make sense. That ain't better because y'all complaining about that. But you think you're gonna go out and hold yourself out and then the man is gonna turn around when you pregnant and be responsible. No, because you didn't pick a responsible dude. Clearly he wasn't responsible because all he wanted to do is clap cheeks with you, and all you want to do was, get that good feeling too. Y'all both got something out of it. But then when you don't protect yourself and you end up pregnant, now all of a sudden he a deadbeat. No, y'all both deadbeats.
Oh my God.
And you the deadbeat because you allowed yourself to be put in that position with a man you barely knew. And he didn't have to have any requirements to bust it open. And then you don't even protect yourself to not create a life in the midst of this chaos. And somehow it's all his fault. And this is the part they get mad about. They don't, because you don't want to be held accountable. You don't want nobody to tell you was reckless and you was wrong. You want us to keep saying, oh, where are the men? Why did they leave? They was never there, boo-boo.
Oh my God.
They was there to clap them cheeks that one night, bust it open and then get you pregnant and they out. Your body, your choice. You're responsible for what you allow to happen to your body. So if you don't protect your body, you don't use protection, you don't take contraceptives or birth control pills so that you won't get pregnant for a person you don't know, that's on you. That's on you. Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. Says she's gonna cry when she get in the car. Right.
Oh
They record themselves crying in the car, by the way. They record themselves, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and this is why I say they like to say, "Oh, you bash, you just bash black women." This any woman. It's not relative. It's not relative to black women. To be honest, it's just women in general who make these poor choices, and then you don't want nobody to tell you nothing about it. Like I said, it's equivalent to you having a child and you chastising your daughter, and you telling her right from wrong, and she don't want to listen, and she go out and make a mistake. Now what? And I will be that parent to say, "I told you so," for real. So you need to learn. Thank you, Captain Caveman. Thank you for the super chat. So yeah, there's no accountability. And so what happens is, like I said before, when there's no accountability, you keep making the same mistake over and over and over. And then this is how you end up with 4 baby daddies because you never learned from the first one. And then it's all celebrated. Oh, well, you don't know her situation. Yeah, I know one thing. She kept doing the same thing over and over. She didn't learn. You keep picking the same type of guys and doing the same thing, but you still want people to feel sorry for you and look at you in some type of greater light. Then you want one man to come along, a Captain Save a Simp type of man, Save a Simp Saver, or whatever you want to call him, to come in and give you a rich life. You and all your 4 kids by 4 baby daddies. While the daddies don't do nothing for the children, and you could just say, oh, you was young and dumb 4 times. And now you want a rich man to come and take care of you and your kids and give you this soft girl life of leisure.
Oh my God.
It ain't happening. Let's continue.
And she got, I don't even know how many kids. But they tricked us, y'all. That's why black women are right now the #1 group getting diagnosed with autoimmune disorders, cancers. Many of these autoimmune disorders come from stress. When we try to live in our masculine.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
5. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. Why are you not with the dad?
Oh, see, it's a thing where once upon a time we was on the same vibrations, and then I wanted to be better and grow because I was pregnant, and he stayed the same. So I had to let that go, him be greatness in his own eyes at that level that he was comfortable in, and I decided to be better.
Decided to be better. Okay. And when did you guys break up?
2020 when I was pregnant.
You left him while you were pregnant?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Was it infidelity?
No, it's just that I knew my son needed more stability, and the rate that he was going, I knew that wasn't going to happen because he was not willing to change.
How long were you guys together before you got pregnant?
Oh, like 3 years.
So in that 3 years, was there any facts or no?
No, because I didn't have any kids, so I'm like, I really didn't care.
So
That's stupid. This don't make no kind of sense. So you were with this man for 3 years. There was no infidelity, so he didn't cheat on you. Okay, so you can't say that. You didn't notice any signs that he was not moving in a direction that you thought he should have been. You was with him for 3 years, and you couldn't tell until you got a baby for him. That don't make no kind of sense. I swear, Lord, and I try to be open-minded. That don't make no kind of sense. So you was with the man for 3 years. You didn't have a child. You didn't care about nothing. You wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. It didn't matter to you until you got pregnant. That sounds backwards. I told y'all there's a mental issue going on that is unchecked. That is backwards. If you're with somebody, that's the time to vet and learn things about them to determine whether this is going to be a match or not. This is going to be to talk about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, what it is that you want in life. That's what you do in the beginning of a relationship. What is it that you're looking for? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years or the next 10 years? What are you doing? And then look at what they're saying based off of what they're doing now. Are they productive in what they're doing now, which will determine whether they'll be productive later? Like, these are things you should be looking at the person for who they are and what they're doing. So you mean to tell me you with somebody for 3 years, and just because you didn't care about none of that, and then you gave, and then on top of that, you gave him a baby, and then decided to leave him because he's not productive? And how were you so productive while you were pregnant? What was you doing that was so productive and moving it forward in another way while you were pregnant? Like, that don't make no sense. This is why I say, and with no disrespect, a lot of these women are lying. They're lying. They're just making it up as they go. What were you doing so productive while you was sitting there pregnant versus what he was doing as a person that he wasn't doing the whole 3 years prior, that you didn't recognize, you didn't care, you didn't see. And then all of a sudden you get a baby, but you stay with him and then allow yourself to get pregnant by the person and then walk away? Were he supposed to pull a miracle in them 9 months that you was pregnant? Were he supposed to become a rich man within 9 months? Is that what you're looking for? Oh, you thought when you popped up pregnant, he was all of a sudden going, I don't know, find the miracle means to make all this money, and then so you could respect the fact that he did something quickly and all of it. You're like, come on now, it's just so stupid. And then they wonder why they be by themselves when they're 40, 50, and 60 years old, y'all. Let's continue.
How many months were you pregnant when y'all broke up?
5.
5 months. Okay. All right. So you guys co-parent well?
Oh, he's a demon. I don't talk to him. The most thing he can do for me is be better for himself. And once he become better for himself, then I'll be accepting his communications. But until then, I have to protect my son's space.
Yes, Lord. So now the son don't get a father. So your son gonna grow up and be like, Mom, why I don't have a dad? So now you're demonizing the man, and you're keeping your son from his father. That's what it sounds like. How is that productive for the child? And you was with this man for over 3 years, and now he's a demon, and now you don't want to see. Now you won't talk to him another, and he can't see his son because you're trying to protect. Child, this is these. I told you, batshit crazy, batshit crazy. It doesn't make any bit of sense. I'm telling you, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Captain Caveman, thank you once again for the super chat. Says soft girl life, child. She need the soft girl pillow to lay her hard head down, face down, up. That's the way Pookie like that stuff. Hey, and mo hey. I mean, and listen, Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. But listen, A lot of times they're lying. A lot of times it don't even be a relationship. They be conjuring it up and making it up to sound good for the show. That's why it don't sound right. A lot of times it's just what you're saying. They just be, sneaking and geeking. It just be a hook 'em up situation, but they don't want to tell you that because they know it sound bad. So they make that issue up, and then that's why it sounds incomplete. It sounds made up, and because that's what it is. Oh, all of you was with him for over 3 years. You didn't know nothing about. You didn't care, and then you got pregnant, and then I saw the light. Oh my God!
I saw the light when I got pregnant. He's a demon. After 3 years, I didn't see that demon. He showed up as soon as I got pregnant. So I had to leave him. I had to leave him. 5 months pregnancy, and I had to get out the door because I was productive at 5 months pregnant, and I was doing so much, and he was just not doing shit. So I had to leave him, and now he's a demon, and now he can't see my child. I want to have nothing to do with him. Lies.
A bunch of goddamn lies. That was a hook 'em up situation, and then that's why he ain't in the child's life, because he probably never wanted to be there, and you were just getting ran through, child. That's how I see it. Thank you, Captain Caveman, child. Let's continue.
Okay. All right, and never been married, correct?
No.
I am 60 and single. First of all, I divorced on year 29 of my marriage. I left at 54, 6 years ago, so I'm still single. Mm-hmm. Secondly, when you're meeting guys now, they jump to conversations that are way more intimate than what I desire to be in getting to know you. So that's out. Explicit with things that, no, I'm just meeting you. Absolutely not. Then they want to ask you questions and make you feel like you want to interview. Like, what do you do? What do you like to do when you're not working? What do you like? Maybe it's just me, but I don't like to feel like I'm being interviewed for the role, interviewed for the job. Like, can we just talk and talk about things, talk about the world, talk about what's going on, and then let things just flow organically. But
unfortunately, ma'am, you're 60 years old. People ain't got time to waste. You don't have time to waste either. They want to know specific things up front. People ain't wasting time. This is a different dating market than what you used to. This is why. So I wonder why she left her husband, because somebody should have told her, baby, this ain't what you want. And at your age, nobody's beating around the bush. They trying to figure out, look, is this compatible or not? What you like to do? I don't think that was. That was unnecessary questions. I thought that makes sense. What do you like to do? Where your headspace at? People need to know, because they don't want you to waste their time either. They don't want to waste their time, so they're asking these questions for a reason, because they want to get to the bottom of if they want to pursue you or not. Now, then let it flow. There's a lot of things you miss by letting it flow. Like, maybe they don't look at you as a true option. They're trying to see, well, maybe I'll give her a chance. So let me ask these questions to see. And then when the questions ain't what they want, they can keep it moving. A lot of these people are walking away from their relationships. Now, I don't know the reasons for why she left her husband. It could have, because the only reason I think you should leave is an abusive situation where somebody's literally beating the hell out of you. I don't think you should stay in that. I think that's grounds to walk away, in my opinion. But if it's not abused or whatever, like, you need to try to work that out. Go get some counseling, do something. Or just be single, because these men are going to ask questions, as they should. These men don't want to just jump into something with somebody and not know what they're getting into. So yeah, you either got to be ready to answer the questions or just don't even bother, because this is a different dating market from what I'm hearing, what everybody is saying and what is out there. No, you're going to get some questions asked. People want to know what's going on with you. It's Eric TV. Thank you for the super chat. Says, hi, DeeDee. Stay blessed. The way women are so transaction. I tell them I'm financially celibate. Now my mom going on 65, she a cat lady. Ooh. Oh my God. Shout out to your mom. Listen, yeah, I think that financial celibacy thing was funny to me, but I think it's legit. I think men should start saying it just to keep it 100. These women are batshit crazy, a lot of them. And you know, a lot of men don't even take them seriously these days. But if you are out here dating and take somebody seriously, you have to ask the questions. Why not? That's the problem. Back in the day, they didn't ask the questions. You just go out and y'all just kicking it and it's vibes. And then you start finding out the person is crazy once you've established a relationship with them. So no, I think they're learning to ask questions, and I think it makes sense. Thank you once again, it's Eric TV. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Let's continue.
As far as the succession of questions, making me feel like I have to answer the questions correctly to be chosen, I'm not on that time. I'm just not about that life. I'm just not going to do that. You know, let's just talk, and then I say, oh, I painted this, or I made this, or yeah, I went here. Let's just talk. Let's just let it flow. Can we get back to being organic in conversation, please?
Y'all might need to tell me if I'm wrong or not. I'm sitting in the car because my boyfriend is literally tripping. Like, he will not let me do anything for real. Like, all he does is work for 12 hours and use that against me. Oh, why you ain't cook nothing? Oh,
girl, all he does is work for 12 hours? Are you freaking kidding me? All he does is work for 12 goddamn hours. That's all he does. What? Listen, when I say this is a mess, it's all he does. All he does is work for 12. Are you serious? This is why I say, baby, these women are cooked. Some of these women, I'm going to say some. I ain't going to put every woman in that category. But some of these women are cooked. What do you mean all he does is work for 12 hours? Can you work for 12 hours straight every single day and a man turn around and tell you all you do is work for 12 hours? You'll lose your mind. You'll lose your mind.
Oh my God.
See how dismissive that is? All he does is work. That's nothing. He 12 hours of his day working hard to probably help take care of you. That's insane. That is crazy. Crazy, y'all. Let's continue.
why you ain't clean nothing? Because you work for 12 hours and then all you do is come home musty. Why you can't come home clean? But I don't even like him for real because it's just he's too nice for me. Like, he don't hit me like my exes did or nothing. Like, we can't fight or nothing. If I want to fight, he just walks away. Like, I just don't want him. And I really want my ex-boyfriend who's in jail. And that's another thing, y'all. He told me I'm not allowed to send money to my ex-boyfriend no more. And it's like, why are you in charge of who I can send money to or not? Just go to work and make it. So I was basically just over it with him. I've been sitting in the car for about 15-20 something minutes because I just hate the sight of him. Like, everything about him I just can't stand. But I'm not gonna leave because it's not like I can leave anyway. I mean, I don't got no job because he don't make me work. And the way that I see it, if he left today, right now, I'd have to make that rent. I can't do it by myself. So in a way, I think I'm kind of doing him a favor by being his girlfriend because he got low self-esteem. He not cute anyway. Don't no girl want him for real. Like, it's just, to me, I just think I'm doing him a favor. Because like I said, he funny looking. So it's not like anybody would want him for real.
Got a girl's number of the week.
Wait now, y'all. I hope she trolling, baby. I hope this is rage bait because this is crazy. I hope she's joking. That is insane. She said he's funny looking. She don't really want him for real. She want baby, that is crazy. But let me tell you something. There are women who think like that. There are women who are in relationships with men who think just like that. For real. There are women who are in relationships who think just like that about the person that they with. They think the man looks funny looking. They don't really like him, but guess what? He work all day. He pay all the bills. He's taking care of her, and she really don't want him. There are women who are in situations like that. That's why they treat them bad, disrespect them, talk to them crazy all the time, just straight disrespect them, be cheating on them. But he paid a bill. She ain't got to work. She could just do whatever. She don't have to cook. She don't have to do nothing for him. There are women who talk just like that. And they're in a relationship with a dude who they're only with him because he pay all the bills. There are women like that. Trust me, that exists. It's Eric TV says, I seen this. She the R word. It gets worser. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Thank you, it's Eric TV once again. I appreciate you. Latrell, thank you for the super chat. Says, brother, leave that chick. Right, child. Run and don't look back. Run like somebody's chasing you forever. Keep going. Thank you, Latrell. I appreciate you. The musical web says she has to be trolling. I hope she is. The musical web. I hope she is trolling because that's horrible. You know, if you don't like somebody like that, leave them alone. You know what I mean? Don't try to use them. And that goes both ways. I don't think women should be using men. I don't think men should be using women. Like, go find somebody that you could be with for real, or just be by your goddamn self. I hope she's trolling because that's horrible if that's the truth. Thank you, the musical web. I appreciate you for the super chat and for being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Let's continue though.
Weekend, and before she gave me her number, she told me that she just started talking to somebody, but if it didn't work out, then she would give me a chance. So just to be toxic, I decided to still text her. So I said, hey, it's Marvin. Let's do lunch at one of my spots, Tuesday at 2. She says, major points for you coming immediately with the plan. Shockingly, I have a job, so lunch isn't really possible. I am wanting to see where things go with this other guy for right now. I'll let you know if anything changes. So I said, good vibes only with me, and that works. Now, realistically, if she does give me a chance, I'm dogging her. Come on, man. You kidding me? If you're doing this to him, you think I'm gonna let you do that to me? No. So she does give me a chance, I'm gonna put her through the ringer. Women like this, you don't take them serious, you know? You gotta know what you're getting yourself into. She's already shown where her loyalty lies, and it's nowhere. She's loyal to no one other than her own emotions, how she feels. She's already shopping for a new suitor as she's currently dating this guy. And I'm sure he's probably courting her, taking her out, treating her well, all these things. So when you are in this dating game, this dating market, realize these women are playing a very, very ruthless game. Yep. They don't care. They have a roster of men, whether you want to accept it or not.
Yep.
And they're moving players around. They're doing mid-game trades. They're doing a lot of things. Their general management is actually very elite. Women, I'm telling you, they're actually dating at a higher level than men in terms of how they use men. And they always make sure to extract some form of value out of all the men that they're dealing with. So when I'm dating, I'm doing the same thing. So I already know a girl's going to waste my time. Guess what? I'm going to beat her to the punch. I'm going to waste her time first. Listen, that's how I'm moving. Somebody has to be vengeance out here. So for that, it's going to be me. It's Trust Fund Baddies only, gentlemen. Pour no more.
Y'all, they tricked us.
Now, you know, some women would say, oh my God, what he doing is so horrible. Oh, you know, he's wrong for that. But they never hold themselves accountable and say what they're doing and why it's so horrible. They just want you to accept it and be like, you know, accept the fact that, you know, whatever they do is cool. Whatever they do is okay. And it's acceptable. And, you know, men should just accept the fact that that's the nature of women. Everything is not the nature of a woman. I don't think women should be out here busting it open and trying to finesse men and taking advantage of men and doing the things that they're doing. But let them tell it it's all good and every woman's supposed to support it. This bonnet crew sisterhood of society is supposed to be okay with that. And if you're not, oh, you're a pick me and you're a hater. Okay, well, let it be what it is. But yeah, that I don't condone that type of behavior. And see, this is the thing. A lot of these are young people. Some of these people don't have any children. Some do, and they still playing these games, but some of them don't have any children, and they're just moving recklessly. But you would think when you have children, you would think about your children. Like, would you want somebody to do this to your son? Would you want somebody to do it to your daughter? You should have a different perspective, an outlook on life, even before you have children. But when you have children, you should see things a little bit more clearer, because you don't want somebody to take advantage of yours. But a lot of times they don't care. They don't even think like that. They still just thinking that warped mindset, and they just keep running with it, thinking that they're going to somehow manifest something so great. And so, you know, it's just a mentality shift has to happen. And until then, it's just going to only get worse. Yo, it's Eric TV. Thank you once again for the super chat. Says, sadly, she not trolling. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Thank you once again for the super chat. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Super important to hit the like button. Also support the channel via super chat, you guys. That definitely helps the channel go a long way. Let's move on. I have another clip that I want to share with you guys. Now, this video, I saw this. The sound on this one is horrible, so hopefully you can hear it. Tiffany Haddish is in the news, and Tiffany Haddish is talking about how she just married herself. And this is definitely a trend that we see happening a lot, where women are having a hard time finding men who want to commit to them and marry them. So they're deciding to marry themselves, and they seem happy about it. But I want you to hear what she had to say, and I definitely want y'all to chime in. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, y'all. This is crazy work, but check this out.
On the journey where you married yourself, you gotta tell us, what's that about? You know, why did you make that decision?
Okay, so I married myself. Now it's over a year ago. When I was in Africa, I made that decision because I feel like, how can you expect, like, if you wouldn't marry you, how you expecting somebody else to want to marry you? Like, if you wouldn't date somebody that looked just like you, how you gonna expect somebody else to do it, right? And if you can't make a promise and a commitment to yourself and keep it, how you expect somebody else to do that? So I don't never ask nobody to do anything for me that I wouldn't do for myself. Yeah. So I have to know how to make me happy. So when it comes to these men trying to make me happy, you got to do better than me.
So how has that journey been? You said it's been about a year. How has that journey been for you, especially when it comes to dating?
It's been an amazing marriage. It's an open marriage.
Okay,
so
open marriage.
We out here together searching for our third wheel.
And Valentine's Day is coming up. So how are you going to spend Valentine's Day with yourself?
I'm taking myself on the trip for Valentine's Day. I already ordered I can't wait to show me the gift that I ordered for me.
Girl, I know you lie. I know, girl.
Girl, I know you lying. I know you lying. You can't wait to open the gift that you gonna give to your goddamn self? Oh my God. It's right. You can't make this up.
My gift come, it's gonna be so nice. And yeah, we taking a trip.
What is it that you're looking for?
Somebody better than me.
Somebody better than you.
You gotta be able to do for me more than I can do for me. It's not a hard requirement.
Yeah.
Credit score just need to be over 700, have an EIN number, have some employees, at least 5 employees. That's really important to me, because if you can manage those 5 personalities, you'll be able to manage the 7 that's in here.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Girl, who got time to do that? 7 personalities. You want somebody to maintain and handle, I bet. That's probably why Common said hell to the no. I'm just saying. Once again, we see the mental issues. They're coming out. You can't ignore it. Now, you can't hide it. It's there. It's there. That lady said you need to be able to handle her 7 personalities, child. And they all say the same thing. You need to make what I need to make or more. You telling a person what they need to have, but if they tell you what you need to have, y'all don't like it. So it's easy for women to say what a man needs to have, but if a man says, I need you to be this, I need you to XYZ. Oh, I'm not gonna do what I'm not gonna do. What we not gonna do. You tell them what you ain't gonna do, but you telling them what they need to do. Make that make sense. This is why I said a long time ago, women think men are stupid, but they realizing that they're not. Yo, it's Eric TV. Thank you for supporting Yo, it's Eric TV. Make sure you guys are supporting via Super Chat. Shout out to Eric TV for supporting the channel. I appreciate you for being here. Says this the final boss of the wall. I'll marry her. I need alimony. Thank you. Yo, it's Eric TV. I appreciate you. Child, it's insanity. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you, bro. Jason, what's going on, Jason? I can't pronounce that other part. Muex, I hope I'm saying it right. Thank you for the super chat. Says too delusional to be embarrassed. Exactly. The delusion is taking over the brain cells, honey. Thank you for the super chat, Jason. I appreciate you. Yours, Eric TV says, never mind. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what else to say, But I'm bashing women. I'm not trying to bash. I'm just trying to show you that the delusion is real. Change your mentality and maybe you'll get what you want. A lot of women who are stuck in this mentality are usually single. And if you don't ever want to change that, you're going to continue to be single. Latrell M 14171 says, all I'm going to say is cookie dough brain shaking my head. I'm shaking my head too, Latrell, because it's insanity. It really is. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Jay Knight 1984 says, hey DeeDee. Hey Jay Knight, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the super chat and thank you so much for the support. How are you? So yeah, it's just the buffoonery, y'all. It's just the foolishness. And and like I said before, in order for you to make a difference, you have to want to change that mentality. You have to want to change the way you think, because the way you think is how you move and how you speak. And it controls a lot of the outcomes that you get. And so if I was on a dating scene and I thought like that, and I see that the majority of women who are thinking in that independent boss chick way and have all these expectations for a man, it will send a signal to my brain. Hopefully, if I was on the dating scene, it was, and it will send a signal to my brain that, a lot of these women who are independent boss chicks are struggling with relationships. They can't get a man. Why is that? Because what you're looking for is superficial. And most men who have what you're looking for are not going to pick you because they know that's the only reason you're in it for. And you're going to mess up their flow. You're going to mess up their life. You're going to interrupt their peace and what they got going on. So they like, nah, I'll pass. Even though you might be attractive, they'll pass. So in my mind, I would be like, well, hold on. I don't want that. So let me go figure out what men want. Let me go see if, figure out ways that I can better myself for the type of men that I want. And I want to go the opposite direction of what all of these boss chicks are doing, because it seems like they're struggling. I want to go and look at the women who are successful in dating and successful in marriages and see what that's looking like. I would evaluate and look at both sides to see what's more, on the level of what I'm looking for and who's really winning. Because it seems like these independent boss chicks are not winning, they're complaining. But the women who are healthy, have healthy marriages, you don't hear them on here talking about they don't need a man. You don't hear them on here complaining. You don't hear from them at all. This is why there are men who are out here making videos about finding good women, because the good women are not outside like all the rest of these women are, which I want to play that video as well. Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. Says, wait, what? Shaking my head, child. Oh my God. Once again, that's what we all doing, Captain Caveman. But there are videos of men saying in 2026, it's going to be even more difficult to find the good women because the good women are inside. So how are you going to find them? Because they've given up as well, and you can't find them, and all you got is the horrible thing, the insecure boss chicks out here on the street trying to find whoever, and that's not what the men are looking for. But I wanted you to hear what this guy had to say and let me know your thoughts in the chat. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, y'all. Check it out.
I hate to say it, but 2026 is gonna be the worst time, the hardest time to try to find your person. Because I got a lot of women supporters, and the general census is so much bullshit out here that they tired and they stand in the house and they starting to be okay with being single. And that's not good for us. And when I say us, that mean the fellas that really want a genuine relationship, really want a marriage, really want kids, really want a good life with a good woman. Because now that all the good women is sick of the bullshit and they stand in the house and they okay with being single, it's leaving all the bullshit in the streets for us to meet. So at this point, you can't just put yourself out there and know you gonna meet the woman of your dreams. You literally have to catch a stroke of luck and run into this motherfucker in the wild. And that's gonna be rare, few and far between. Is it fair? No, but there's so many fuck niggas that done fucked up the game for us that it is damn near impossible. They don't even want to open up no more. Like, they all got a wall up. They all tired of the bullshit. They all okay with being single. They don't want to get heartbroken. They don't want to get love bombed. They don't want to meet no narcissist or know somebody trying to control them or none of that. So they basically just tired, and the fuck niggas just fucked it up for us. Don't shoot the messenger.
Listen, he has a really good point. He has a really good point, you know, and see, this is why I said, you know, you got to look at both sides. You know, I can look at both sides and be objective and, you know, open to what each side has to say. I'm not just stuck on everything a woman says or everything a man says. We got to be realistic in our approach. And even though I talk about the women out here because they need to be held accountable in some kind of way, it needs to be talked about the way the women are moving. But there are still some men out here who are moving in, you know, a strange way as well. And that makes it bad for the good women that are left. As he said, a lot of these women don't want to be hurt. They don't want to deal with the foolishness. So they're opting out too. Just like there are men who are opting out, there are good women who are opting out and saying, listen, I can't come across the good dude who understands me, the man who understands that I'm a good woman. I'm not on this BS like these independent women, but some of these men have been hurt. They're scorned as well. Say that some of them are on a mission to just do anything like the other guy said. Once he heard what this woman said, he's like, oh, I'm a dog her out, basically. But there are women who may not move that way, the women who have their head on straight, who want a family and want all these things, but the men that they're running into are on some other ish. So it's mismatched, you know, and if we could only find a way to group together the good women and the good men who have their heads on straight and who know the importance of family and are not on this superficial kick, who don't, you know, who doesn't demand men to make 6 figures or more and he has to have all this other shit, but he's a good man. He's a good, and she's a good woman, and a woman and a man who's willing to work together. If it's out there, how do they find each other? Because it does seem difficult. I'm not even on the dating scene, but I see what's happening. And I'm just like, damn, I don't understand why this is so hard. A lot of these people have definitely been either hurt, brainwashed, or the combination of the two. And it's difficult for them to even see what I'm saying, my perspective, because like, oh, well, you know, your time when you got married is a different world. But a lot of the values and the important things still matter in today's present time. The core values of what makes a relationship work still stands. I don't care what nobody say, because that's the problems that they're having. This is why it's not working, because they're not looking at core principle values for women and men that would work. The idea of working together that holds a relationship together. If you wanted to want to hold it together, there's still some core values that still stand true to this day that makes relationships work. And these are the very things that a lot of these people don't want to do. Nobody wants to compromise. Nobody wants to work together. Everything got to look like what social media is telling you, and that is ruining dating and relationships. Social media, they really think what they're saying is right, even though they can't find it and they can't sustain it or maintain it. So that tells you the what y'all are getting out here now does not work, because everybody has problems in their relationships and they can't keep one. You don't want to, because you're stuck on principles or ideas that are not compatible to healthy, stable relationships. I don't know why that's so difficult to see and understand when y'all see it is not working. So yeah, I guess the if there are some good women out here, they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to deal with what they're coming across. And the same thing with the men. And I wish there was a way to match the two. Where are please, ladies, if you're out there and you're single and you're looking for a good man and you're not materialistic, but you want a provider, but you want a man that's realistic, a good dude, hey, DM me. Send me your DMs in my on Instagram at DeeDeesReactions. If you're a good woman out here who is single looking for a good man, DM me on my Instagram. Let me know you are available. And if you're a single man who's looking for a good woman, and you know you have something you could offer to this woman, and you want a family, DM me on my Instagram. Maybe I could cook something up, because we need to get the people of like minds together. DM me at DeeDeesReactions and let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe we could put something together if we can find some people of like mind. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are single and you're looking for a good man and you're not materialistic, you don't think that the man has to make 6 figures to be with you and build a life. If you want to work with each other, I want y'all to DM me on DeeDeesReactions. Let's see if we have some people of like mind, and maybe we can do something to get them together, because seems like it's becoming more and more difficult. And if there are good women out there, you need to reveal yourself. if you think like that. But it seems more increasingly difficult to find women and men who are on the same page. And that's crazy. That is crazy. Listen, I got one more clip I want to share with you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Let's move on to the next clip. So in this particular clip, this man is saying providing for women you're not married to. Basically, he's not condoning that. He doesn't think that you should be providing for a woman that you're not married to. I want to know your thoughts on that. So make sure you chime in the chat. I want to hear your thoughts on what he's saying. Let me know. But let's go ahead and get into the video.
This is an unpopular opinion in today's time and culture, but providing for a woman that's not your wife is crazy. Now, I know a lot of men, right, when they first start getting money, it's easy to want to spend and splurge and have a good time and spending money on different women, but that's how you go broke. And mature men understand that you only provide and splurge on your wife, fiance, or someone you've been in a long-term relationship with. In 2026, men have to stop investing their resources into women that they barely even know. Like, think about all the money you invested into flings and people that are no longer around. You could have put that money in the stock market, something that would have gave you an actual return.
He's absolutely right. I don't know why I thought the clip was longer, but yeah, I just think that is important. I don't think that you should be investing into women that are not your wives. I think now if you've been in a long-term relationship with a person, I can see that. If y'all live together, y'all been together for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I could see that, because that's somebody that you have a connection with, a solid relationship with. Even though you're not married, y'all have a solid relationship, so you tend to do things for each other. That's understandable. But just out here dating, that's the part I think women get misconstrued. They think just because you're interested in dating them that you have some type of responsibility to take care of them and pay their bills. And I think that is pure nonsense. Yours, Eric TV says, DeeDee, you was looking for new content, start a dating show. Listen, I will be open to it, Eric TV, but the problem is going to be finding those types, because I don't want to do something where people are not serious, and I don't want to do something and just open it up to just anybody. No, I want people who I want to try to connect people who think alike, because it seems to be a mismatch out here. So I want people who think alike, people who are looking for marriage or stable relationships, committed relationships, people who have the same things in common. I don't want women who are looking for a man who he has to make 6 figures for you to be with him. I don't want those I want women who are okay with a man who has a good job, he's responsible, he makes good money, but is not looking to be a gold digger. So I will be looking for specific types of women, specific types of men who want commitment, whether it's marriage or just committed relationships, men who want solid relationships, who want to build families, women who want a solid relationship, who's willing to work with a man and build a relationship with him. Those are the people I would be specifically looking for. So if that's you, DM me on Instagram at DeeDeesReactions. And that way we can see if we can do something to get these people to meet each other or meet up. And that way, yeah, I would do it like that. So if people reach out who have that mindset, then maybe we could get somewhere. If not, then we won't. So, you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to just be superficial. I don't want that. We see enough of that. You know what I'm saying? We see enough of that. And I don't want to waste people's time. And I don't want to waste my time doing that, because if we're doing it and we don't have no connections or we don't have people on the same page, what's the point? So I'm looking for like-minded people who want marriage, committed relationships, but you want a decent man who is productive. Now we want productive people, but we want people who are productive but want to work together. I don't want superficial women or superficial men. You want, and I want those like-minded people to DM me on Instagram, and I'll put some more out there about it and see if we can get something going, because I think that would be great. So we're gonna see what happens. If we get people to respond, I'll let you guys know. If we don't, I'll still let y'all know. Thank you, yours, Eric TV. That's because I think it's important for like minds to find each other. If it's difficult out in these streets to find good women and find good men, maybe we could use, or I could use this platform to try to bridge the gap to see what happens. But if nobody reaches out, then there's nothing I could do. I can't make people reach out, and I can't go out on the streets and find them like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll try. because I think that's important. And we could hook something up to have these people meet each other and possibly see if it's a match. And so so I think that's important. So yeah, I would definitely be looking. Somebody say the bonnet brigade is not welcome. The bonnet brigade isn't welcome. Yeah, so we want productive, like-minded individuals. We don't want bonnet crew members of society. We want people, women who have their head on straight, women who understand the importance of working with a man, men who understand that, hey, both women and men understand that people aren't perfect. Because to me, I think we're in a society where everybody want people, well, one side want the other side to be perfect, and the other side is just supposed to accept whatever you are. If you 400, 500 pounds, they want you to take them and call them the prize and the queen and take care of them and do all this stuff while they do nothing. Is insane work to me. So no, we don't want that. We want people who think, have their heads on straight and know what is important in life, So yeah, I think that would be great if we can establish that. You know what I'm saying? If we can establish that, we could have something. But if nobody responds, if we don't have people who, are really serious about it, then there's nothing I could do. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you guys, once again, I want to make it clear too, because I really, want people to understand what's important in life. We don't have a lifetime, the life that we live is very short when you think about it. You don't have a whole lot of time to make these decisions and figure out what it is that you want in life. You don't really have a whole lot of time to decide what you want. And I think part of the problem is a lot of people don't really know what they want. They don't really know what they want, and they're just flying by the seat of their wigs, and the men are flying by the seat of their pants, and they don't really know what it is that they want, and they think it's just something they're going to know it when they see it. And then when you see what you think you want, and then you waste time with it and realize it's not really what you want, and then you just keep repeating the cycle, and then people become very bitter and very angry and don't know what to do with themselves. So, and that's nobody else's fault but yours. So, like the lady said in the video, she don't want to be on an interview, baby. That's just what it is. Y'all got to understand that the dating scene has changed. People tell me that all the time. The dating scene has changed, and I agree. It has changed. So the way people go about dating is not the same as it was in 1990. So you got to go with the flow. Just ask questions back. Yeah, people going to ask questions because they don't want to waste their time, just as much as you don't want them to waste yours. So you need to ask questions too, so you'll know if it's something you want to pursue or not. I don't think that should be hard to accept and understand. And if you can't accept that little small thing, baby, you might as well be by yourself, because you're going to realize too that the dating market has changed, the men have changed, and the women have changed also. So either you get in where you fit in, or you don't do it at all and just be content with your life with where you are. That's all I'm saying. And that's not a good or bad thing. It's just whatever you choose to do. What is it? DZ Stay Blessed says, I got $100 to my name. Hook me up with some. Oh my God. I'm sorry, DZ. Listen, you might not be able to hook you up, bro. You got $100 to your name. That's it. I don't know. You might have to have a little bit more than that. And you probably joking. Admit no bonnets, period. The 500-pound prize is insane to me. Let's go. Yes, no bonnets or pajamas, right? Pajamas or baby kids, right? We single women with no kids. Okay. Somebody say, the only 500 pounds I want is 500 pounds of gold. Demario Sim says it's not fun. Members of the Pookie and Ray Ray Association totally disagree with this message. Rocking a muumuu dress and jelly sandals. What? If it doesn't work, at We Tired, I ask hella questions. Yeah, I think you should ask questions. Why not? You should. How else are you going to know what you need to know? That's the problem. Hit the like button, y'all. We almost about to wrap this up. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, well, how else are you going to know what it is that you want from somebody if you don't ask questions? I think that's a problem. People sit back and just let anything go, and then when it don't go your way, you're mad. No, you got to be mad at yourself, Because if you don't ask questions and you get what you get, if you don't set any boundaries or let people know what it is that you expect, then and you get whatever you get, and you shouldn't be mad about it. You shouldn't be mad about it because you didn't specify what you wanted. A good example of that is when women get in relationships with men and they don't let the man know that they prioritize marriage and that they want marriage, they want exclusivity. They don't say it. They just go in the relationship as it is. And then when they're in that relation 5 and 10 years, they're mad that he didn't marry them. But you didn't let him know that that's what something that you wanted, and you didn't ask him if that's what he wanted. So when you don't get it, then when you're 10 years in and you're not married, you're pressuring him to do it, but he never told you he wanted to marry you. He said that's not something he really wanted to do, and you still stayed in a relationship, but still thought that he was going to change his mind later on. After you giving him babies and y'all played house for 10 years, and then when you thinking, oh, by now you should want it, I've proven to you, and he still say, I don't want marriage, we could stay together, but I don't want marriage, then you mad. No, he told you he didn't want it, you didn't believe him, you thought he was going to change his mind, and when he didn't, now you're bitter and mad, and now you want to leave. That's kind of what happened with what's his name, Ashanti and her husband Nelly. The woman that he was with before and wanted marriage, I don't think he wanted to marry her. And she stayed with him all those years, and then she walked away, thought that was going to bring him back, and he went on and married Ashanti and had a baby with her and married her. So if I was her, I would have felt really stupid behind. I would have felt really bad. I'll say that. So you can't play these games with people. That man didn't want marriage. He didn't want to marry her. Then he got with Ashanti because she required marriage, and he married her and gave her a child. He didn't do none of that with the other lady. Yours, Eric TV. Thank you once again for the super chat. Says I got full time. It's Amazon warehouse, but it's a job. Oh, you have a full time job at Amazon warehouse, but it's a job. Okay, that's a job. That's a job. Thank you for the super chat. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, so the women out there looking for dates and looking for a man, they gotta, is that okay? Are they okay with it? They gotta be okay with it. Thank you for the super chat. It's Eric TV. They gotta be okay with it. Like, are they willing to take a man who makes an honest living and has a regular job? Because that's been looked down on and frowned upon. If you have a regular job and you're a regular average dude, a lot of these women have been told that they shouldn't accept the bare minimum. But most of them have regular average jobs as well. They work at Walmart. They work at the post office. They have regular jobs too, but they don't want an average regular man working a regular job. They want a millionaire. Hook me up with who? Persputia. So wait. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that right? So I can eat good before they close the government back down. You stupid. Oh my God. Y'all a trip. I'm tired of grown men arguing like boys. They put on the whole costume to go out and act more important than they actually are. Bruh, I just understand that's a 4 and below to go. Wait a minute. You're not going to get a 5 or above. They just don't want it. Very rare. Women these days only commit to their hair appointments. That's crazy. DZ, stay blessed. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, sis. I got $90 left. That's it. Y'all a trip. Y'all are tripping. Y'all tripping hard. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Oh Lord. To be honest, that's the internet, but I do know a gold digger coworker. Okay. Oh my God. The issue I see with dating is the men try to go after women that want all those outrageous requirements, then get mad when they act that way instead of going for average women that are on that. Yeah, that's a good point. Texas Girly 512, that's a good point. I think, the women who have these superficial expectations, that's what they even if they don't get the outcome, that's what they're looking for. And if you are going after those women who want that, then obviously you're not going to get them. Even they may not get what they want, but you won't get them either. So yeah, I think it makes sense to go. That's why I say like-minded people. Go for women who are not superficial, women who are, y'all are on the same level. Y'all are, and I'm not just talking about financially, but mentally as well, that you understand that you work together. And even though you may not have everything that you want at the moment, but you build together, and the two of you working together makes it a lot better. That's all I'm saying. Respucia, Captain K Man from Norbit. Oh, hell no. Oh my God. Hell no. I asked her what's her type. She said rich guys. I said, oh, gold digger. LL. Okay, yeah. See, they'll just straight up tell you, and they'll never get a rich man ever in their life. But that's it. That's what they want. That's their if that's what they look for, they can keep looking. It don't mean they're gonna find it, but they certainly can have that preference. $90, that's overpaying by $50, my guy. Now call her my favorite. Now you call her your favorite gold digger, baby. People cater to the internet. That's true. I'll be back after income taxes. Okay. Oh my God. Y'all crazy. But yeah. People just got to do better. Yeah, I think if you come across a woman that you are attracted to, and you just have a conversation with her. If she's saying a man need to make all this money and all that, and that's not what you're looking to provide, just keep it moving. And just maybe go, find a woman who's more open to what you're looking for. Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. Says, I got 67 cents and a half a bottle of Vicks. What the hell? What the Vicks vapor rub is for? Y'all are crazy. Baby, you better put that damn vapor rub down. Thank you, Kevin Caveman. Y'all are tripping. All gold digger talking points, like my money and his money is my right. I said it's age of red pill top G. Good luck. Need a woman who don't get a crazy check. Oh, right. Not the Vicks vapor rub. Wait, you need a woman who don't get a crazy check. Damn, they popular out there in these streets. Oh my God. I wouldn't be surprised. There are a lot of women out there who get, or do you run across a lot of women who get crazy checks? God damn. Let you know they're crazy. My God, yeah. Stay away from the ones who get the crazy checks, honey, because that's a red flag, a big one. Oh Lord, no, Captain Caveman, no, you didn't. The Vicks is for the 60-year-old lady that was on earlier. Oh my God, y'all crazy. Don't ask the question, Dee. Wait, are you reading my mind? Okay, I'm not. Y'all a trip. Y'all are a trip, y'all. Listen. Y'all are crazy as hell. No, Captain Caveman, you tripping. Hook you up before your late. Now, see, this is the games y'all be playing. Oh nah. I don't hook up. No, I can't hook you up before your old lady come home. Oh my God. Something wrong with y'all. Y'all are a hot mess. And look at him. He says Epsom salt is better. LOL. Oh my God. Y'all are tripping hard. Anyway, y'all. Listen, make sure you guys are continuing, ladies and gentlemen, because people, when I say guys, they think I'm only talking to dudes. I'm talking to everybody. Make sure y'all continue to support this channel for me. Please support. Watch the videos posted on the channel, y'all. Hit the like button. Leave a comment just to let me know it's real. Y'all, I'm trying to push these videos through the algorithm, y'all, so I can grow my channel, y'all. I want to grow this channel. If I'm going to do it, I want to keep growing and you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all help me do that by liking the videos, watching them at least, leaving a comment, y'all. That definitely helps your girl out. Also, make sure you turn on your notification bell too, to be notified when I do go live or post new content, y'all. I post videos every single day. So make sure you are watching them, y'all. Let's run the numbers up on these videos, y'all, so we can push this channel forward. On my way to 200,000 subscribers. You at 161, I think. Let's get to 200K, y'all. We gotta, so make sure if you are watching this and you have not subscribed, but you like the content, hit the subscribe button. That definitely helps the channel out. All right. US Eric TV says, I got a honey pack, Rhino pill, and Red Bull. I'm gonna need a place to stay after spending my super chat budget. LOL. You're a hot mess for sure. I'm gonna tell you that you're a hot mess, baby. And share the videos, y'all. Please share the videos. Share. Like. But yeah, I'm serious. If anybody is watching this and you are single and you are not a gold digger and you want a man that you can build with, if you're a man and you're looking for a woman that's cooperative, you know, and is willing to work with you and not superficial, please DM me. DM me on Instagram at DeeDeesReactions. I'm going to try to do a little something if I get people who respond. I'm not playing. I'm very serious about that. So make sure you do that. I can't wait to see the responses if I get any. So please do that. I'm very serious about that. What's going on, Norman Radio? Shout out to you from Toronto. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So we got a few more minutes, y'all, because I like to at least do the 2-hour mark. Make sure you guys are supporting the channel in any way. Like the hit the like button on your way out, y'all. Somebody says I need the other $50 for a plan. Nah, stop. A hot mess. But anyway, y'all, what else? Also support via merchandise. If you want to get a t-shirt, you guys, I have Pick Me Nation t-shirts available. There are other t-shirts, a mug. Support in that way as well. If you can, don't take away from your rent money. Don't take away from your child baby diaper money. None of that. If you can support in a way that is, if you can, make sure you support if you can. All right. I kind of given up, but I may change my mind and DM you. Let me know. Definitely send it to me, y'all, if you are interested. And be prepared, because if I see something that could be a match, whatever, we gonna try to do a little hookup situation. And that way you can meet the person. I'm not gonna call it a dating show, but if we can get people of like mind, maybe we can do something where you guys can have a conversation and take it from there. All right, I think that'll be interesting, and I think it would be fun. But only for like-minded individuals. I don't want no surprises. I don't want people who are just out here super fit. Nah, because we see that on Kendra G's show. She got that on lock. That's what she do. I'm not trying to do that. Okay. Lawan says, LOL, real talk. All jokes aside, I think that is a great thing that you are trying to do for us. We really appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. No kids, no rent. Now you tell me. Damn it. So listen, hit the like button on y'all way out. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay tuned for more. Shout out to everybody who supported the channel via Super Chat, Cash App, liking the stream, all of that. I appreciate you guys so much for that. Once again, keep supporting the channel, y'all. I'll continue to keep posting and having a good time with you guys. So make sure you are doing that, you guys. Stay tuned for more. Hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your weekend. If I'm not back here on the weekend, y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Y'all be safe out here in the streets. Take care. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Mwah. I'll see you later. Bye.
It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later.